Breaking news, the judge has ruled in the Fani Willis case with all of its courtroom drama and extramarital scandal.
Been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
I'm going to say, because my marriage was irretrievably broken, I was free to have a relationship.
I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion.
I actually think this is a huge win for Trump. Maybe more than he realizes.
Breaking news coming out that they're saying is a major win for former President Donald Trump. As take a look, Nathan Wade resigns after a judge says that Fani Willis and her office can stay on Trump Georgia 2020 election case if he steps aside. Now, Nathan Wade, a special prosecutor working with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, resigned his post after a judge ruled Friday that District Attorney Fani Willis and her office may remain on the 2020 election case involving former President Donald Trump and his allies if Wade stepped aside. Wade's resignation as special prosecutor came hours after Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee laid out two options that would allow for the continued prosecution of the racketeering case against Trump and his co-defendants stemming from an alleged scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. The district attorney may choose to step aside along with the whole of the office and refer to the prosecution to Prosecuting Attorneys Council for reassignment. McAfee wrote in his 23-page decision. Alternatively, Special Assistant District Attorney Wade can withdraw, allowing the district attorney, the defendants, and the public to move forward without his presence or remuneration distracting from and potentially compromising the merits of this case. Wade said in a letter to Willis, with whom he had a romantic relationship with while serving as a special prosecutor, that he was stepping down in the interest of democracy, in dedication to the American public, and to move this case forward as quickly as possible. The district attorney accepted the resignation and in her own letter to Wade praised him for his professionalism and dignity. Willis lauded Wade's patriotism, courage, and dedication to justice in the face of threats against himself and his family, as well as unjustified attacks in the media and in the court on your reputation as a lawyer. Now, we've heard from Trump's attorney that this is, in his opinion, a major win. I'm going to be sharing with you the video footage and let me know your thoughts as he's saying the prosecution against Trump, it is tainted, and this is going to be helping them in the case. Now, let me go ahead and share with you the latest. This is breaking news coming out as the ruling from the judge has just come out on this. Let me know your thoughts, and let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before we do me a quick favor. Hit the like button if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And also, if you missed the videos yesterday, you might want to stick around to the end, as we've got words that France is warning all of Europe to prepare for war, as Russian President Vladimir Putin, he's saying, is going to be forcing their hands, and that the only way to peace is going to be through war. And we heard that 2024 is the year of war. So stick around to the end for some more updates on that. But let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on and get you caught up on the latest.
Yeah, the decision is not surprising because the judge really gave Fani Willis probably an unpleasant decision, but an easy decision, because if Nathan Wade were to stay on this case as special prosecutor, then the DA, Fani Willis, would have been forced to resign from the case, along with her entire staff. They would have had to stand on the sidelines. And so in order for this case to best move forward, clearly the DA's office made the calculation that losing this one special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, would be less damaging than disqualifying the entire office and then having the prosecuting attorneys council appoint a totally new slate of prosecutors to come in from outside and handle this case. So not a surprising development, but a dramatic development. Nathan Wade turning in his resignation from the case and the DA's office accepting that resignation.
Yeah, I'm just looking, Jonathan, stand by, at the letter from Nathan J. Wade, Esquire. He writes to DA Willis, the furtherance of the rule of law and democracy is and always has been the North Star of our combined efforts in the prosecution of those who are alleged to have attempted to overthrow the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. Our team is dedicated to ensuring that a Fulton County jury in a Fulton County courtroom renders a true and just verdict in this case. He goes on to say, I'm proud of the work. He says, basically, according to the judge's decision, I will resign immediately. I offer my resignation effectively as quickly as possible, I should say. I'm proud of the work that our team has accomplished in investigating, indicting, and litigating this case, seeking justice for the people of Georgia, and being part of the effort to ensure the rule of law. And he goes on to say that he's sure that the team will be successful. Ari, your reaction to this news?
Martha, it sickens me to hear him say this is in furtherance of democracy. If this was about democracy, the Democrats wouldn't use the courts to indict Donald Trump.
Live look now at the Fulton County Courthouse as we await Fani Willis's response, Nathan Wade's as well, after the judge ruled that she can continue to lead the Trump election interference case. Well, that appears to be a victory for Willis. Many more challenges lie ahead. And even liberal media members say this ruling is incredibly damaging for her.
They have survived, but not without substantial damage. I mean, there is some really stark language in this ruling.
The lack of judgment shown here. Just absolutely stunning.
It just feels like this is not good.
Let's bring in Andy McCarthy, Fox News contributor and former assistant U.S. attorney. So it's not the victory that Trump's legal team was looking for. They wanted her removed from the case. But in many ways, even though she gets to stay while Nathan Wade has to be booted, this case would seem to be indelibly tainted, Andy.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't have Tennessee Williams on my reading list this morning, John. But when they're saying the odor of mendacity and they're talking about you, that is not a good day, especially if you're the prosecutor on the case. And I actually think this is a huge win for Trump, maybe more than he realizes, because she is tainted. She's lost the confidence of the court. It's possible this could be appealed, which could result in more delay. And I think it underscores what I've been trying to say since we first saw this sprawling indictment, which is I don't think they're very competent.
Yeah. So this may not be the end of Willis's problems either, because here's what Judge McAfee wrote in part in his order. Other forums or sources of authority, such as the General Assembly, the Georgia State Ethics Commission, the State Bar of Georgia, the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, or the voters of Fulton County, may offer feedback on any unanswered questions that linger from this case. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen here, including a big investigation by the Senate in Georgia. The governor could also appoint a special prosecutor, as could the attorney general in the state.
Yeah, I think the judge makes a couple of mistakes there, though. First of all, the word that you highlighted there, linger, is the issue. You know, you were talking before about, the perception of crime.
Yeah.
In the legal system, what we're talking about is the perception of impropriety. If there are lingering questions about her, the judge is responsible for the integrity of the proceeding. And that's the reason you get rid of her, because her continued participation in it undermines the legitimacy of the tribunal. And the other thing, John, is I think in that laundry list of potential investigations of her by these different bodies, he left out prosecutors.
Yeah.
And, they could be the subject of criminal investigations by both state prosecutors and federal prosecutors on grounds of potential fraud, on grounds of potential perjury. So she's got a lot of problems.
So there you have it. Breaking news coming out on this case with Fani Willis, former President Donald Trump. I will keep you up to date as more rolls out on this. But that is the latest, you guys. And again, to get the latest as to what's going on with potential war with Europe, France, Russia, check out this video right here next as I covered it in detail for you. And I'll keep you up to date as more rolls out. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.